alright, crush on hippie, crush gear ride.
If you had asked me a few months ago what the best kids anime that's fueled by product placement is, my answer would not have been Crush Gear. I didn't grow up with it. I have no nostalgia for it. I didn't even know what it is, but it's phenomenal. I'm already a sucker for sort of like customizable battle hobby toys, so I had to check this out when I found out about it, and I sunk into a rabbit hole like I always do, and I'm here to talk about it. So these are model kits, basically similar to Beyblade or Mini 4-wheel drive. They're motorized and they battle, and we'll talk about the toys a little bit more in a minute, but I want to talk about the anime because I feel like that's where this series is really like a hidden gem. So the manga ran in Comic Bomb Bomb from October 2001 to January 2003 for 4 volumes. The anime ran for 68 episodes from October 7, 2001 to January 26, 2003. The anime is nothing like what you would expect from a product-driven kids anime. The producer, Naotake Furusato, he wanted this series to encourage children to think and place on values on things like friendship and trust in others, and says he got inspiration from a Heisei-era sort of vibe, things like Kyojin no Hoshi and Ashita no Joe, and if you know anything about those series, it doesn't really mesh with your typical sort of kids anime. But they did it. I'm not going to spoil the anime too much because I definitely think it's worth watching, and it would take forever for me to unpack everything in the anime, but this is a clip from the first episode.
Well. I just quit the club this morning and you're already begging.
Please, Takeshi. Without any members, the club can't enter the tournament.
You beat the great Takeshi. Form your own club.
You lost on purpose. You tricked me.
Tricked you? Okay then, why don't I come clean? The Tabita Crush Gear Club is still controlled by your dead brother. Everyone in that club is totally obsessed with Yuya Marino, and I'm sick and tired of it.
This was literally my face watching this episode. This is the first episode, and this guy's dogging on this kid and his dead brother. Now, Koya is not your typical main character. Initially, he's really not that likable, and most of the team members that join him aren't either. They all have major flaws. Some of them are cheaters, some of them are liars, some of them have personality issues. This is actually one of the few times where a product-themed anime doesn't feel like it's shoving the actual product down your throat. It feels way more focused on the characters and the development of those characters. You can watch the English dub on YouTube, and it's actually pretty good. I highly recommend it. It never got picked up in North America, unfortunately. It did get picked up in Australia, and I believe in Europe for the English dub, but we never got it. I don't know why. I feel like we should have. The series is amazing, but let's go ahead and talk about the actual toys. So at face value, these look pretty basic. They just look like little motorized cars with little battering rams and stuff on them. I imagine that this is kind of the way that people look at Beyblade from a distance. They're like, oh, it's just this little RNG toy that you battle with. There's a lot of different interchangeable parts, including the wheels, different gearing, as well as the extensions on the front and the back, which are weapons and will have different functions. Some of them spin. So some of them are designed to flip the opponent on its back to get a win, or to try to KO the opponents out. There's different rates of speed depending on which motors you pick, as well as the different gearing options. And a lot of these got released, so there's a plethora of different parts and customization that you can do with these. There's actually a decent number of people that still play with these and host tournaments, typically outside of the USA, but I felt it was really worth talking about because, one, they're still pretty easily accessible, and two, they're fun. You can also take some mini 4-wheel drive motors as well, and some of the bearings. There's some different cross-compatibility as far as parts go, which is pretty cool. I managed to get a stadium off of Bai, but a lot of people just make their own, and it seems pretty simple. This series still seems to be pretty popular in Indonesia, with them still holding tournaments, which is awesome. You can find tournament footage on YouTube, which is great. And shout out to you guys. I've harvested some of your pictures. I hope you guys don't mind. What you guys are doing is awesome. It looks super fun, and I really hope that some other people will pick this up as well. It's really a shame that we never got this in North America, but again, most of this stuff is pretty easily accessible. You can still find the kits, and the anime is definitely worth checking out. Please, please, go watch it. It's super good. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do a couple battles. So all in all, I find these pretty entertaining. Kind of a similar experience to Beyblade, I feel like, in that you're building a combo or whatever to try to win with. I don't really have a large pool of parts, so these are just stock, but interested to kind of work through trying to like customize these and how that affects performance and motor swaps and things like that. But anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Again, the series I find super endearing, especially the anime. It's really good. Like, it's better than it has any right to be. So definitely worth checking out. If you grew up with this or you're familiar with this, let me know down in the comments what you think of this video. I'm hoping that this is sort of good representation for the series. Eventually, I may go into the anime and try to expand on that more, a full breakdown, because there's just so much to it. And maybe in the future, I'll do more Crush Gear videos as well, if you guys are interested, if this video does well. But otherwise, this is just another hobby to add to my list. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you could, go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment letting me know what you think. Subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys in the next one.